The following is a pre-recorded conversation between two siblings and is filled with personal opinions and biases. It should not be taken seriously by anyone. Viewer discretion is advised.
You're another. Did you just clicky at me? I click. I'm the one who clicks.
Damn. It's funny. I just listened to a podcast where they were talking about Breaking Bad.
Really?
Yeah. So that was funny.
You got the reference?
Yeah.
What? Look at you. I'm gonna hit your hand. There you go. Roger hands.
El perro es mi corazón. El gato no es bueno.
Cilantro es cantante.
Cilantro es muy hermoso.
Famoso, because he's famous.
Famoso, not hermoso.
Very famoso.
Whenever I sing that song, John laughs so hard because he's like, that sounds so stupid. This is from a native Spanish speaker. And he's like, this is stupid.
Lávate los manos.
Dude, I've said that. And he was like, fine.
He thinks he's a wizard from Harry Potter.
Wait.
Stop. Hello and welcome to another You Don't Even the Giant Squids podcast. I'm Squid.
And I'm Jaxxon. And this is part 2 of Forrest Gump.
Oh, man.
So let's get into it. But, okay, let's talk about the movie.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh, did you know that it only gets a 77% on Rotten Tomatoes?
Critics or audience?
I forget. I think Rotten Tomatoes, everybody?
Rotten Tomatoes has 2 scores on it, so you can see the critic score and the audience score.
I think right now it's just that maybe that's the overall of 77%.
Yeah, because normally right next to it, it will show you like the critics score because they just take the average of what all of the critics say. So I like looking at both of them because you can kind of get a feel for what the industry is pushing and what is actually being recepted.
Oh, yeah. That's, with Twilight. It's like 98% audience score. And
2%
like,
critic score.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, well, misogyny.
Misogyny. Yay.
Yeah, but it was a lot lower than I thought, honestly. I expected it to be in the 80s, 90s. Mm-hmm. But then after watching it, like the 77 makes sense. Like just because, yeah, it's feel good, but I also feel like a lot of the messaging's off.
Well, nobody's perfect. But I think that for the time it came out with, it was pretty close to as perfect as you could get.
Well, it was perfect in the fact that it idealized a certain part of America that people still idealize.
Yeah.
And and it actually was right at the time where people like swung from the left right back to the right.
Yeah.
And Forrest Gump might have been responsible for that.
It reminds me of South Park. You remember Pepperidge Farm? I remember.
I remember.
You remember? I remember.
Like you better not say anything about Pepperidge Farm.
No, it was like
better not remember that one night.
Pepperidge Farm. No, it's because it was like there was a part where he's talking to like the lady and her kid on the park bench, and she's like, "Oh, I remember when that happened." And like she legitimately says that. So it's very much a nostalgia trip through American history.
It's interesting though for a movie to be, instead of it being nostalgic in itself, it's also a movie about nostalgia. Which is
it's
interesting.
pseudo history,
That's weird. That just blew my mind right now.
What if we put a movie inside a movie inside a movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it's nostalgic.
Nostalgic. What if we wrapped it in many layers of nostalgia?
And it would be a bag of hot Cheetos with the Rugrats and Fresh Print. It would be Will Smith selling it to you.
That's our nostalgia.
And then Mary Beth Tinberg is there for some reason. And why wasn't she ever on SNL?
Right? That's what I was, because Keenan made the jump.
And he has a new show on Hulu called Keenan.
Really? Good for Keenan.
I know. I was like, finally.
You know,
Jesus.
I saw Kel doing some stuff a while back too.
Orange juice?
Uh-huh.
No,
Kel loves orange soda.
Oh, yeah, I was like, orange juice.
I do. Ooh.
Yeah, I think he got into drugs.
Yeah, but the thing with Keenan, like, I'm so happy that he's like back, because it is a nostalgia thing from like all of that.
Yeah.
And the Good Burger movies and everything.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order?
Yeah, it was all that stuff.
I saw that recently.
Really? Good Burger?
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah. Last time I saw it, I think it was like a few years ago. Because you know how sometimes Netflix will get something and you're like, Good Burger?
Yeah.
And then you just end up watching it.
Oh, yeah, it was in like the 99-cent bin at Walmart. So I bought that.
Oh.
So I have it on regular DVD.
Oh, DVD quality.
Yeah.
Why can't things just all be remastered and pretty? I like looking at pretty things. Oh my gosh, speaking of pretty things. The soundtrack was amazing. My favorite parts about movies is when they look gorgeous and they sound amazing. And this soundtrack was like iconic.
I don't know. I don't really remember the music in the movie.
You know, it's like everybody uses the same music for Vietnam. It ain't me. It ain't me.
Oh yeah, I remember that, but
Yeah.
but it was just that
And
to
then-
me that's just like not a.
And then like the song that when Jenny's like ODing on her stuff, it's like it was just because it has that like crazy insane guitar
Oh yeah, it was like
solo, like going straight into it. I can't remember which song, but it's like another iconic song. It's like this whole thing is like a sound. It's not only is it like a pseudo historical like wrapped in nostalgia like little time capsule, but it's also like each decade has like music that was representative of that generation in American history.
For some reason, I'm trying to remember what the sound was when the feathers floating.
Oh no, it was just the OST. Like
But all I'm hearing is Twilight.
Twilight is
That's what I'm hearing with the feather.
no, it's different. Stop it! I'm trying to think. Whatever. I get it. They're similar because they're like very dingy and they're not very chordsy.
I think Forrest was Team Edward.
Forrest?
Yeah.
I think.
He seems like a Bella.
I don't think Forrest would understand.
Bella didn't understand what was going on.
I think he'd be more like, why is that white gentleman sparkling? Did he get caught up in a glitter?
No, he went too deep in arts and crafts.
He went too deep into arts and crafts. Yeah, that's it. You understand Forrest. Why you acting like you don't understand?
Because I'm mad at Forrest.
But yeah, that's exactly like this Edward fellow looks like he went too deep into arts and crafts. And he probably that Jacob kid looks cold.
He is cold.
Right? I think that's Forrest's take on Twilight. That was good. I like that.
Should we do a step by step through the movie, or do you think it's so iconic people don't need it?
I mean, what's there really to summarize? I mean, it's literally Forrest in almost every like major event in
His life.
Yeah, and it's like how all the events that surround Forrest is like political events, but the movie is very snarky and like comedic in ways that isn't obvious.
Yeah.
And I kind of like really appreciate the humor behind the shots. It's like the humor is not necessarily in the acting or in what you're physically seeing on screen, but how it's edited and how it's presented. You know?
Yeah.
So it feels like I don't know. It was cool. I like that it's like a comedy, but not a comedy.
I think that's what it is too. Is that it kind of falls under comedy and then comedy romance and then drama romance and drama comedy romance.
Yeah,
drama comedy romance.
Drama comedy. Because I wouldn't necessarily say that it's like a straight linear, like a traditionally linear structure, because of the fact that we're jumping back to the bus stop every single time that we come in. So honestly, I love that it feels like you're sitting down, you're just like listening to somebody babble.
Yeah. Which is what podcasting is all about.
Yeah, I mean, we love people who like listening to babbling. Don't tell anybody. We love you guys.
And everybody's like, ah.
I want to do more stuff here. Hello. I'm so happy we both have individual mics now. It's gonna sound so nice.
See.
What was your you were mad at it, right? Or like you had qualms. You had
Qualms.
issues.
Hashtag qualms.
I want you to say something you liked.
Oh, I love Jenny. Like how I've said, Jenny. I love seeing her progression of seeing someone who's so injured and broken, like trying to find attention. You can tell
You think
from
she's
other
broken?
I think in the beginning she is, when she's going to college, like she's stubborn in general, like, and the fact that she posed for Playboy and everything, like that's her choice, like if that's what she wants to do, and the fact that she got kicked out of school for it, like.
But that was actually something that happened, right, during that time?
Yeah, well, yeah, you'd get kicked out, especially if you're
For wearing her school sweater.
Yeah, you're a girl.
All girls school.
Whatever. But you could tell when she comes back to Forrest later, and she stays with him a little bit, and they actually have sex that time, and he they almost did have sex at her college in the rain.
I don't think that they would have had sex.
Well, she had him touch her breasts to see like how he felt, and then I didn't even realize this scene that he
literally in his pants.
Yeah.
And
then he ruined, like, I ruined her robe.
The roommate's like,
Yeah.
she's like,
like Jenny, you kinky.
no, I think it's because I don't think Jenny sees Forrest as a sexual being. At all.
No.
That's why she's undressing in front of him when he's in her room and everything, and it's like, I think it's more curiosity that she like grabs his hand.
Yeah, like she never thought of it before.
Yeah, and she wanted to see if he's like physically touching her, like what would happen.
Yeah.
Because I think she's trying to figure out where Forrest's line is too. Because he's an attractive man. He's obviously fit and athletic.
Oh, and he's her best friend.
Yeah. And I think that with somebody who is, I guess, broken in the beginning, like Jenny is, Forrest is like a breath of fresh air. He wouldn't, like, she sees him. She sees all of him. And she sees what he says to her, She doesn't have to worry about lies or...
Oh, yeah, because he's so literal.
Yeah. He's like the perfect...
But she knows that she can't, at least because society would say it's wrong.
Oh, yeah. I mean, especially at that time. Like,
yeah.
Especially at that time. Just him having braces on his legs was, like, one thing that could, like, ruin somebody's life.
Yeah.
But...
But when she comes back to his house later and they do have sex, and then she leaves, I feel like you definitely see that she feels like she's not good enough for Forrest.
I felt something different from her in that.
Really?
Yeah. The thing I was getting, the thing I was mainly getting was like disgust with herself. For taking advantage of somebody pure.
Oh, that too. But then I feel like that goes hand in hand of her then like taking advantage, feeling like he's a pure thing and that she's not,
Yeah, I guess that because you like the way you're seeing it is like an internalized I'm bad, so that because of this, I think she's more worried because she crossed the line with Forrest, She could have ruined her relationship with him forever.
Oh, yeah. And I think the reason why he runs is because he's heartbroken, honestly. He doesn't know how to deal. And since he can only do one thing at a time, he runs for years.
3 years, like 6 months and some days. I can't remember, but I remember it was like over 3 years of nonstop running.
Like that's exactly what my problem is with the movie, though. Like with Forrest is because when he's running, he has
He
no
was running.
he has no purpose. It's unpurposeful running, and everyone else who follow him put purpose onto his running, like, oh, I'm doing it for this reason, or I'm doing it for that reason. And like the real guy who really did run had a real reason for running.
Forrest doesn't.
Yeah, and Forrest doesn't. And that's the entire movie, is that we're putting purpose on his decisions.
Yeah, it's
when they're
pseudo
not
history.
Yes.
It's taking one person and making a story with it and plopping history into it.
Yeah,
you're
but
learning history, but you're not learning history.
It's true. You're sort of, kind of.
Sort of, kind of. Wrapped in a nice nostalgia bow, filled with American values.
Yeah. Which is why I got a problem with it.
I love Forrest running. I think that's like, because like I know you said something like he's running and he's not going anywhere and there's no purpose to it, but that's the beauty of Forrest. He is 100% constantly in the present. He's running because he feels like running. He's gonna run. That's what he does. He's so hyper focused, and so I'm gonna just do this, and just this one thing, that when you see what happens when you really put your mind to something and it just takes off. I'm just gonna run. I like running. I've made enough money. I don't need to make money. What am I going to do? I'm going to run.
He cuts the grass for free.
Yeah, he cuts the grass for free. Isn't that what Mama always said? That man only needs a little bit of money and everything else after that is showing off.
That's true.
Yeah.
I agree. Hashtag billionaires shouldn't exist.
Hashtag no more billionaires. Yeah.
Hashtag eat the billionaires.
Eat the rich.
Eat the rich.
Eat the rich. But yeah, so with Forrest and running, I think that's his character. That's pinnacle Forrest. That's everything he is.
See, I can see that too. Mm-hmm. And that's also what's charming about him. I mean, you can't help it, besides it being Tom Hanks and him bringing in his own charisma, Tom Hanksianness.
Oh yeah, I'm putting his magic Tom Hanks dust on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if they'd gotten anybody else to do it, I mean, so many people like were up for the role. Even like Bill Murray.
Really?
I can't even imagine.
Bill Murray could not be. That would be a different movie.
I think
that's a totally different movie.
I don't even know if Bill Murray can play like innocent dumb, because he's so
sharp.
He's so wicked smart.
He's so sharp.
Yeah.
You know, and when
and everything's just always like this.
Yeah,
like everything's a dig.
Yeah. Just,
and it's
and it's a dig out of nowhere. It's like you're just having a normal conversation, all of a sudden it's like, you're like, whoa, where'd that come from?
Yeah, so I can't even imagine, but like
Bill Murray.
Yeah.
Ooh, I do not like that casting.
Honestly, but this movie is very dark though. Like it's so dark for how feel good it is. Cause think about it, like Jenny is molested by her parents. Like we see her suicide attempts several.
I don't think it's necessarily suicide, because when she actually is on that ledge, you know, and she like her heel slips, and she climbs back down, she's like shaking because that she doesn't
want to.
I think
die.
she's more fascinated with the prospect of it.
She also might have been on certain drugs that she was flying on, so that could have been, you know. So, I mean, also I think in the book too, they say that I think that they said Forrest does take drugs, like he does experiment with stuff. So, like, not just Jenny.
Yeah.
And yeah, I forgot where I was going.
You're supposed to keep us on track. Well, the thing, because like with Jenny and her drugs and everything, it's like when I was a kid and I watched Forrest Gump, did not like Jenny. She's over there like ruining her life and everything. But like as a grown ass adult, I totally understand her.
She was living her life.
Yeah,
she wasn't ruining it.
Like you could see she was running away from her problems, but I feel like she was just running into things. You know,
yeah,
like
running.
Like they were both running in their own
directions.
Yeah, in their own ways. But because he was like so military and Southern values, family values, and she was just experimental and
hippie
and yeah, and protest and all of that stuff. It was just so, it's like it would have taken them a hot minute for it to be okay for them to be together.
And what do you think that Jenny died of?
AIDS.
I heard it was not AIDS.
Really? But they said it was the new virus.
They confirmed that it was Hep C.
Ooh.
So it's like,
I don't really know the Heps too well. No, I don't know what Hep B or Hep C or what any of that stuff does.
It's not AIDS.
Yeah.
So it's like, wow.
I could have sworn it was like everyone
says
movie
it's AIDS.
reference.
Yeah. But according to the book, it was confirmed that it was Hep
Well,
C.
this is a movie, so.
Well, the movie doesn't say.
Yeah, well, the movie also has Forrest be squeaky clean and puts all of his sins on Jenny. So, yeah, take it out.
And then also another dark moment, like literally like the first scene. Like,
Oh my god, that made me laugh so hard.
Like-
Honestly, if Forrest was Bill Murray, he would have said the exact same thing to him.
but he would have known what he was doing.
Yeah, but I mean that's the brilliance of Forrest.
And the brilliance of Bill Murray.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
good
like,
point. Can you imagine Bill Murray doing a Southern accent?
no.
Exactly.
No, because his
Exactly.
Southern accent would literally be poking fun at Southern accents.
Yeah, I don't feel like he could have taken it seriously.
No.
No,
No.
that's not what you cast Bill Murray for.
Although, shout out to Bill Murray.
Yeah, oh, no, amazing.
We love you.
Ghostbusters, when he was like, yeah, we're stuck here with dickless. Is that true? Yes. This man has no dick. So good. So cutting. So, it's like, so good.
Is that one Ghostbusters or Ghostbusters 2?
With dickless?
Yeah.
I think it's the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the second one, they're already like super famous. Where in the first one, they're still kind of trying to prove that ghosts are real.
True. But for some reason, that's still the plot of the movie in the second one.
I
They're still trying to prove that they are the ones that can fix it.
think the second one focuses more on people saying that it's a hoax, it's fake news.
Fake news.
Yeah, that they're creating these problems so that people pay them to fix them.
Oh.
And they're like, no, we're really taking care of the ghosts, guys.
Like, they're real ghosts.
Yeah, but I ain't afraid of no
You
ghosts.
see the Statue of Liberty
Yeah,
is walking with goo. I love that scene.
Oh, so good. Your love keeps lifting. Yeah, it's a good one. Ghostbusters is good. Bill Murray, oh my god. I'm talking about Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump is pretty dark for a movie.
For a feel-good movie.
Yeah, but I think that the way that the story is told is so like ironic and comedic and that it lightens it, because Forrest is unaffected, the audience can be unaffected.
True, but he's also not processing anything or understanding what's going on.
No, but everybody around him is just like breaking down, like Lieutenant Dan.
Dude, I love Gary Sinise, and I love Gary Sinise. But Lieutenant Dan's amazing.
Lieutenant
But then you
Dan's
think,
amazing.
how fucking sad. Like, we don't take care of our veterans. This was awful. Like, he needs therapy. Hashtag, we can all feel things.
I just feel a lot of stuff.
I just feel a lot
we
of
didn't
stuff.
talk about our outfits yet.
See.
Yeah, you're wearing for Forrest Gump. You have your mental health awareness
See.
Yes.
See. Hashtag self-care is for everyone.
for everyone. I just feel a lot of stuff right now, guys.
See.
And I'm just wearing an anime shirt. Woohoo! This is Jaxxon. So this is Bakugo. He's on my car.
Ah.
His quirk is nitroglycerin like sweat from his palms. So he blows stuff up with his hands. That's
Fun.
why he has grenades right
Oh.
here for his things. Yeah, right there. So
Oh.
yeah, I love this shirt. I got it from Spencer's.
Nice.
Might be my me likey. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, yeah. Forrest Gump.
That we don't take care of our veterans.
No, we don't take care of
And Lieutenant Dan needs serious therapy because he literally on the battlefield, he's telling Forrest to let him die.
Yeah.
Like, because why?
Because he's supposed to.
Well,
It's
he
his
thinks
destiny.
It's his destiny because all of his relatives didn't survive a war.
Well, I think it's also like standard military brainwashing. You know?
Oh yeah, and the fact that he's having survivor's guilt, super survivor's guilt. Like, it's so upsetting to see how broken Lieutenant Dan is, and that he's kind of got to deal with it on like in his own way.
Yeah.
And then that whole scene, I actually kind of love also the shrimping scene where they're stuck in that storm and Lieutenant Dan's yelling out to God like that's all you got.
I remember doing that at the beach in elementary school when we would go for field trips. I would stand at the ocean and I would yell out, "Come at me with all you got!" And I get hit by a wave. Blah, 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 blah.
So you see, you did a Lieutenant Dan while everyone else at the beach.
Forrest Gump was my favorite movie.
Most likely.
Forrest Gump was my favorite movie. I was gonna yell at the ocean.
So other people were king of the worlding.
Yeah.
And you were Lieutenant Danning.
I was straight Lieutenant Danning in the seas. Is that all you got?
You know. Therapy is for everyone.
You see, the way my bank account is set up, I got a savings and a checking. It takes 3 to 5 business days to go from savings to checking. I just really can't.
I think someone needs therapy.
We all need therapy.
We all do.
Yeah, and when I have a job that gives me benefits and I'm able to get treated, I will. But until then, I will home treat.
Home treat.
Home care.
Put some Robitussin on it.
Rub some tussin in it, yeah. Where were you at? In your head? Right there. Just put some tussin in there. Put it in your mouth. Swish it around real good.
Hashtag universal healthcare.
Hashtag universal healthcare.
This became very political podcast.
Well, considering Forrest doesn't have a political lean,
it makes you
it's
think.
It's a very political movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, just talking about history itself is politics. Like, everything is politics. It's fucking nuts.
Nuts.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Nuts. Fucking crazy. History. Yeah, and it's like, it kind of shaped my worldview for like a long ass time, you know? Like drinking the Kool-Aid, believing the American dream.
Oh, I did too.
It's like watching it first time around as a kid, I was Forrest. And then as an adult, I'm Jenny.
Yeah, I'm Jenny, and we're all on that ledge, man.
I got a little bit of Lieutenant Dan. And maybe a little bit of Bubba because of all the different shrimps.
Poor Bubba.
Hey, but the thing is, what I liked is that, because like I told you, I was watching like the takes version of it, and for Bubba, his representation of the American dream was capitalism, because in America, the American dream is that anybody can make money and lift themselves out of the poverty that they were born into. Mm-hmm. So that's Bubba's whole thing, is he's talking about shrimp. He's going to start a shrimping business. He's the one that starts it. He's the capitalist dream. This is how we're going to do it. Because his mama worked in somebody's kitchen, and her mama before her mama worked in somebody's kitchen, and he wants to break the cycle.
Yeah.
And Forrest Gump breaks the cycle with the capitalistic dream of, Bubblegum Shrimp Company.
Of Bubba's idea. Mm-hmm. And, the white guy saves him.
Yeah. There is a sprinkling of white savior complex all throughout this movie.
Yeah. But, I'm glad that his mama was able to hire like a white chef.
I mean, wouldn't you? wouldn't that be that's the perk?
Yeah. You're
like, I'm gonna have a butler, and I'm gonna have a chef, and I'm gonna have a maid, and they're all gonna be white as hell, so people know I got money.
That's how you know.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly would probably do the same thing. Like, if I had to do it from my personal experience, I would probably hire all guys. It'd be fun telling guys what to do. Right? It'd be fun being like, bitch, go make me a sandwich. And they're like, you don't have to treat your employees like this. And I'm like, I pay you extra for the abuse.
You have it in a clause.
Yeah.
In the
it's
thing
called,
that they signed.
Called the scoundrel clause. Sydney is a scoundrel. Yeah. I'm going to fuck with you on a daily basis. You got to be prepared. Make me a sandwich, bitch.
But she does it out of love.
Kind of. I mean, I love it. So there is love in it. Your smile's dropped. Aww.
Someone's a supervillain.
Ain't I a scamp? Sorry. Okay, I'm breathing.
That was funny.
I like that idea. The scoundrel clause, right? Pay extra. Yeah. Be like, hey guys, by the way, total scoundrel. I'm gonna mess with you. So that's right there. That's the extra, like, $10 in your pay.
Be like, don't take it personal. But I will mentally abuse you.
I am very sharp-witted, and every now and then when you ask me to do something, I will say, "So's your face."
But
But
you have health care,
right?
and it covers your therapy.
Yeah, it will cover your therapy. My healthcare will cover your therapy. So I'm gonna abuse you and then take care of you. Good Stockholm syndrome. Good.
It's diabolical.
Ain't I a scamp? Stop it. I don't want to keep doing this. Look at me in front of me again. She's always doing this. Can I get some water? Something to drink, please.
She's got cotton mouth.
Normally I have coffee or something, you know.
No, you're just...
Coffee. Don't make me laugh. I'm trying to drink.
Okay. So, Squid, what are your final thoughts about Forrest Gump after seeing it as an adult?
After seeing it as an adult, I think it's still a good movie, but I don't think I need to rewatch it a billion times like how I did as a kid. You know, I'm happy that I was able to see it through adult eyes, but yeah, it's got its issues, and I think that mostly the nostalgia is the reason why I like it. But stupid is as stupid does. Remember our Wi-Fi was 1 Forrest 1.
That's very true.
Yeah, I love Forrest Gump. It's good. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Maybe 9.5 out of 10. Yeah. What about you?
I think I would probably give it an 8.
You pronounced 9 wrong.
For me, it's an 8. I mean, because I do really like it, but it's also like the misogyny is super hard in this movie.
It's a snapshot.
I know, but like it's also fiction.
You can't erase things that were.
I know, but like my standards are higher now.
They are. Yeah, if we were making the movie going forward, that's totally plausible.
But I do know that this was a huge cultural touchstone. Mm-hmm. Everyone knows this movie. Like our generation, like grew up with this movie. It's got super nostalgia factor. It's got Tom Hanks, Robin Wright, like Gary Sinise. Like it's a good movie, and the actors are great in this movie.
And it's beautiful to look at.
But also, did you know the kid who played Forrest in the beginning? They could not afford another ticket to go to the premiere.
What?
For his parents.
No.
And they didn't get him another ticket. They did not comp him a ticket.
Why?
Because they were poor.
But he's in the movie.
I know he's in the movie. Like, that's also, I like colored my view of this movie. Like, I mean, you think it wouldn't have an effect on the final product, but honestly, it does.
It does. Yeah,
because that's so capitalistic of them.
That's so funny. This stuff used to not bother you. You used to be able to separate the man from the art. And whenever I would stop liking something because somebody was a dick, you were like, I can still listen. And now you've come to me.
Except I'm the one that's not liking it.
No.
I also feel like I wasn't a people.
A people?
Yeah, I didn't understand things.
You weren't a people.
I don't think I was a people. I wasn't a full-fledged person.
Oh, when the movie first came out?
Yeah, or when I could separate the man from the art. Like, I don't think I understood.
Okay, yeah. I'm.
The more this shit happens, the more it's like I don't want assholes. I don't want to be absorbing the creativity. I don't care if you're an asshole. Like, there's enough art out there. There's enough beautiful shit that I can support a nice person.
Right.
Like,
give somebody else a chance.
Yeah. Like, if you are a dickwad to work with, if you treat people awful, like I don't want to.
Joss Whedon. You're. That's what I'm saying. You're bringing this stuff up. I'm like, yeah.
Devastating. Like, I don't even know if I can watch Buffy again.
I think that Buffy would still be watchable.
I don't know. Like, I'm so mad. It's too fresh. I can't.
You know who made me sad? Kevin Sorbo.
because he's an idiot.
No, because of his tweets and stuff.
I try not to look at his tweets, but like,
Whatever, Xena's better.
it's true. Xena is better. Hashtag Xena. Go Xena.
Lucy Lawless is amazing.
Hashtag Xena and Gabrielle should have just gotten together.
Right. There's a subreddit called like R Sappho and Her Friend, where it's like it's about lesbian erasure throughout history, where they talk about like, oh, and then the girls walk out. They mainly focus on like Harlequin and Poison Ivy because they like have a relationship in the comics. But then when the animated series came out, and then like you would see
They're
them,
roommates.
They're roommates, and then yet they're both wearing like t-shirts with no bottoms and stuff, and they're like, oh, they're just friends.
Yeah, like,
You know,
girls do that.
It's like, oh yeah, it's Sappho and her friend, not who it really is. So like there's a whole subreddit like dedicated to that type of erasure. throughout
Hashtag
history.
Betty and Veronica should have gotten together. Like
and Veronica.
hashtag fuck Archie.
But it's like, yeah, Xena. That's what it was. Yeah, so there's a whole subreddit that has all that stuff in it.
Yeah, so maybe another 10 years I can watch Buffy
Maybe.
and Angel. I don't even know if I'll be able to watch Angel now.
Yeah.
Knowing like support charisma,
Buffy,
man.
I love you so much. I almost forgot. Rude. Oh, Angel, I know you're a vampire. And I'm a slayer. And we shouldn't be together. But.
He has to take off his glasses.
His glasses to be Angel. Oh, Buffy, I love you so much. I almost forgot. Rude. So good.
Yeah, but if you don't know what's going on, go follow Charisma Carpenter on Instagram. Go see her Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, go follow the kid who played Cyborg in the latest Justice League. Like, go see what's happening. Like, you need to do some research on that shit. But apparently Joss Whedon's an asshole
Yeah, really difficult to work with.
and mentally abuses his employees.
So, considering how much Buffy is part of our identity.
Yeah.
And the first Avengers and everything. And remember,
Oh,
he got
God.
taken off Age of Ultron because he had issues.
Yeah, and
with
I
the
was
studio.
totally on Joss Whedon's side.
I was too. I was like, fuck them, they don't know his vision. And now I feel stupid.
I feel stupid, and I also feel so bad for Charisma because she
jumped from Buffy to Angel,
and
if
she
there's
also
anybody whose opinion I would 100% believe right
it's
there.
her.
Yeah.
Also, like, just because like she's amazing, we've always been a huge fan of hers. Like, just
Yeah.
support her, believe women.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Right. Believe victims.
Yeah.
Believe them first, Believe the victim first.
Yeah, because it takes a lot to come out. Like,
It does.
She's scared for her career, so it's like
People have been blacklisted for less.
yeah, for real. I mean, Cyborg was fired from the latest Flash movie.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. Jack, me likey, you likey. So, Jackson, what do you likey?
Well, given that we're a podcast, I wanted to shout out another podcast, and one that's way more popular than ours.
I mean, obviously.
So it's
We got
I don't know what kind of reach.
we got like 4 people watching us right now. Hi, all of you.
All
and
of you
Mom.
4.
Hi, Mom. It's basically-
And you're literally waving to Mom.
I am. Right there. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom. Yeah.
But I am such a huge fan since she started her podcast. It's called Scam Goddess, and she's actually she just got acquired by Coco, Team Coco, Conan O'Brien.
Gotcha.
Not trying to do white saviorism here, but like he just is. It's funny. I'm seeing him pop up in a lot of my favorite podcasts now. Like, he's trying to acquire all of them under a new banner.
Really?
It's funny because he's gotten Why Won't You Date Me with Nicole Byer from Netflix from the Nailed It. He got her podcast, got Scam Goddess's podcast with Diva Lacey. Like, she's so good. Like, her podcast is all about scams and hoodwinks, but the funny kind of crimes, not bloody crimes, because people are addicted to true crime right now.
Oh, yeah.
And being that she's an actress, she says, I know about scams. So she likes to give accolades where she respects the scam, and also then lets you know like what to look out for, pretty much.
Yeah, I get it. Sometimes you respect the hustle.
Yeah, and she loves the hustle. Like even for like she's just such a funny, open, like, and she's got just such great charisma. Like, I love her podcast. Like, go listen to it. Like, it's so entertaining. Like, and I've been listening since the beginning. So I'm not jumping on any bandwagon here. I've been listening since you started. Hashtag I liked it before it was cool.
I liked it before it was cool. Yeah, because when you said Coco, I watched too much PewDiePie, and he just dropped like a Coco Melon diss track. So.
No, Conan O'Brien.
Yeah, so when you said Coco, the first thing I think is Coco Melon, because they're like gaining crazy amounts of subscribers right now on YouTube.
No, I meant the ginger.
That's why when you're like Coco, I'm like Coco. Coco Melon's acquiring podcasts, so I was so confused. Yeah, cool.
So what do you like?
Bam! Oh, wait, let me move this. Bam! Katsuki Bakugo. Yeah. Sorry, it's my shirt. Got it from Spencer's. That's my me likey.
There's so many like sounds in all of that.
Katsuki Bakugo?
Like,
I can just call him Kachan.
my brain is just like, what's happening in this
In the and you know, Attack on Titan's been really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good, right? So good.
Has it done has it come out with the English dub yet?
Oh yeah, it's like 7 episodes in right now. It's all on Funimation for the dub, but it's really good, right? Like, I mean, so there were certain people that were upset with the animation, but honestly, there's no real dip in quality. I mean, the first seasons that you've seen, they're like 9 out of 10 out of 10 for how pretty they are. They're A+ work. This is like A- work, but it's still really good work. It's just a lot of people don't like the 3D because they're using a lot of 3D for the Titans, but there's a lot of fucking Titans, so you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Like, and they're doing a great job, and I'm kind of upset with how the internet's kind of attacking them. Like, some of the animators have gotten death threats because they're like, you're messing with our anime.
You know that every fandom has crazy people like that.
I know, but still.
And the fact that everyone has an opinion about everything,
I know.
it's like, fuck, like, just shut up.
Right?
like, just keep your negative shit to yourself.
Yeah, and do you have any idea how hard it is to make this stuff and how many people go into it and how it's not just one person's fault ever? It's
It's a machine.
It's a machine. It's a machine.
Coggin.
We're all cogs.
Yeah, so be a cog. Be a quiet cog somewhere.
Yeah, get some WD-40. Get that squeak out your cog.
Yeah, squeak's annoying.
Yeah, right. Like, lube yourself up a little bit because we're tired of hearing you run.
Damn.
Okay. All right. Thank you for listening to another You Don't Make Friends with Giant Squids podcast. I'm Squid.
And I'm Jaxxon.
And we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.
Later.
Hey everyone, it's Squid! Congratulations on reaching the end of the video. I just wanted to thank our patrons for supporting us this month. If you want to become a patron, or if you want to find out more information about future updates or past projects, please follow the links below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later!